Hello everyone. So you finally grow tired of hearing your friends talk about their fantasy football league and how much fun they're having playing, and you decide you want to join in on all the fun. You want to be competitive and also trash talk with all your friends. The only one problem is you're not sure how to draft or play and be competitive. Well, today I'm going to show you how this is possible. No matter what type of draft you'll be playing in, there are 3 different steps you need to follow in order to be successful. First step is understand the type of league you'll be playing in. Second is to do research before draft day. And third is to make a cheat sheet for draft day. I will explain each of these steps from experience I've had. The first step is understand the rules of the league you're playing in. You know how many players you're going to have on your team. Most leagues require you to have 8 players, 8 starting players. 1 quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a tight end, a kicker, and defense. And they also require you to have 8 reserve players. You also need to know how your team will be able to score points. There are 2 main types. There's standard, which you get points for touchdowns and yards, and there's also PPR, which is point per reception. It's almost the same as standard, but you get a point per reception for each position. Second step is to do research before draft day. This is the most important step and should be started several weeks before draft. There are several different ways. 2 ways are you can get magazines from stores and also do research online. You must ignore your heart when drafting. In 2010, I drafted Brett Favre because he was my favorite player when he played for the Vikings, and that turned out to be his worst season. And also, do not draft a player just because they're on a team that you don't like. You also need to find sleepers, which is very, very important. These are people that you think will have a breakout season. They're usually not rookies, but known NFL players. They might be on a team that hires a new coach or new coordinator, or a player that goes to a new team, maybe moves up to a depth chart, or has come back for an injury, or maybe he was a backup and the starter moved on and he's going to become in the starter role. Also keep an eye on the injured reserve. Watch how players perform in preseason, or if they participate in preseason. Also pay attention to how they do in practice. And see about bye weeks. You don't want to draft 2 starters with the same bye week, and also draft a backup with the same bye week as a starter in the same position. Third step is create a cheat sheet on draft day. You'll use this to find players that you want to draft. The first 2 picks should be running backs, especially in the standard league, because they earn the most points. And then the next 2 should be wide receivers, and then your 5th pick should be quarterback, and then you fill in the rest with your backup running backs and wide receivers, and then your final 2 should be your kicker and defense. You should create 2 different lists. One list should be the 100 to 200 overall players in the entire NFL. The next one should be the players ranked by their position, and then the last one should be a chart of the players' depth chart on each team. The final step is to go draft all your players. It's important to keep track of the players that are being drafted, and do not stray away from your cheat sheet. So overall, if you understand the rules of the league you'll be playing in, do research, you'll be able to have a successful draft day and maybe win a championship.